A man's personality and character is exuded through his haircut. Your image is important. Our high-end services range from a traditional haircut and shave to gray blending, beard shaping, and unwanted hair removal. Located at 425 Victoria Avenue East. Book your appointment online now at modernmen.ca or call Tammy 306-522-4111. Modern Men, a haircut for the modern man.
Hello, I'm Sean McNall, owner of TG Marketing. We are a promotional product company located in Regina, Saskatchewan. Originally founded by Tom G. McNall in 1985, we are now in our 35th year of business. My brother Ryan and I, along with our great staff, have carried the torch since Tom retired in 2011. For those of you who don't know what we do, we sell items with a company's logo on it, like clothing, pens, phone chargers, Bluetooth speakers. The list of products available is endless. Our products are a great form of advertising. Whether you want to give a gift to a valued client or show your appreciation to your staff, we have a friendly team that can help find the right product for your needs. The key to our success has been our customer service and our vast knowledge of products in our industry. We ask the right questions to get you in line with the proper product for the project you are working on. Stop by 1046 Winnipeg Street and view our showroom. Get some ideas for that next promotion you're working on. Let's make your business what everyone's talking about.
Somebody got a fly swatter?
Yeehaw!
It was a shot of Prairie Jesus is really what it was.
It was.
You'd think we would be getting used to it, but we never get used to it. We never get tired of good things happening.
This life doesn't get old.
No.
Kristen's first
It was a nice little distraction from the real world, and here we are today for a coffee session.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
It absolutely is. Welcome, everybody, to a brand new week. I'm ringing the bell because it's Monday, waking you up. And we're going to have some really big news coming up on the program today and some really big guests. And at this point, we're not at liberty to divulge them. How you doing, Mouse?
I feel like Kevin Hart in Jumanji when he's like the 6'3" fridge and he gets into the game and he's Mouse, the little backpack guy.
Yeah, that's you. He's been called Mouse right out of the gate here today. I don't think it's going to stick.
I don't.
Going to stick with you as long as that it stuck with Connor Bedard.
All right.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
Amazing.
That's
Yours?
good. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. We're trying to, before we get to, well, we're not going to mention who the guests are today, so hang on with that. And before we get to the quick six show topics, here's what was awesome about my weekend. And I can't believe that it's been just 2 days since we were all together. We come in here, and it's like a family of squirrels on meth. He did this. She said that. This happened. This happened. We don't accomplish anything.
Nothing.
But it's like a bunch of kids at summer camp all excited to see each other, right?
That's right.
And Bob's your uncle. So, yeah, golf yesterday. You see that I'm wearing this special bunny hug today. It's okay to be not okay. This is from my good friend Brady Leavold, former Swift Current Bronco, Kelowna Rocket, Norfolk Admiral, who is in recovery just like me. And I was on his podcast last night, Hockey to Hell and Back. I'm just loving being back with the hockey guys. Never leaving again. It just feels so good. And shout out to him. Just look up. It's the Puck Support Foundation. Hockey guys helping out other hockey guys that are in trouble. And girls, if they need it. Golfed at Deer Valley.
Yep.
And I'll just say this. I had more good shots than bad.
Wow.
It's progress.
You've turned a corner. And golf is fun.
I'm actually
right?
looking forward to it.
I think, was that in your column when you said it's amazing how being good at golf and being stress-free are linked together?
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Well, what I do know is when you golf bad, the stress level is extremely high.
Oh, yeah.
So I know those things are linked.
Just weird because it takes, for the most part, all I can do my whole life just to keep a saddle on my issues daily. And then I got to think about all these things golfing. I'll just say this. My brother-in-law told me, won the city championship last year, right? He's no Rudy Poo. He knows golf. Jamie.
Yep.
He goes, listen, don't get up there with your checklist and keep your shoulder up and your head down and your feet square and the club. Get up there and hit it. He goes, don't take practice swings. You don't do a checklist with your practice swing. So just get up there and hit it. It's made all the difference in the world.
Wow.
Good advice, too.
Great advice.
Just get up there and hit it. And I'm like, is that what you do? We're not talking about me. Yeah, so anyways, it was a fun weekend and all that. And let's go with the Quick Six Show topics. Please, Director Jordan, because that's why they all came here. I was so distracted this morning. You know what I wrote down here? Number one, weekend NHL turnovers.
Whoops.
I meant leftovers. So, yeah, Connor McDavid hit 100 points on Saturday night and the world went nuts. What were you saying, Ryan? Was it technical producer Ryan, the Rocco here, saying that the NHL is trying to suppress this in some way? What was it? I wasn't really paying attention. What was it? It was Clark was saying it, that they're not making a big deal out of it. That was from Clark. I mean, I saw it everywhere Saturday night when McDavid hit 100.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know.
They had a puck with 100 on it. It's a big deal.
Yeah. So I don't know. Congratulations, Connor. Maybe they're just going to wait and see how high they can go. I mean, reading the NHL's PR page this morning, they weren't even talking about Sunday's games. There were only 2 games. It was all about tonight. Here's what can happen tonight. The Montreal Canadiens only need a point to clinch and eliminate Calgary. Everybody's looking forward to tonight. There's 9 games. And then Canada's team, the Vegas Golden Knights, with a win tonight. Who have they got? We got Colorado tonight. Can clinch the division. Their 3rd time in 5 years. It's insane.
Extremely. Like,
what's the math? 3 out of 5. I'm not good on that.
No.
60%.
3 out of 5 is 60%.
Yeah, 60% of their existence, they've won the damn division.
You know, for me, growing up, the big expansion happened when Nashville and Columbus came into the league. Those teams still haven't won divisions. I mean, Nashville's done pretty good. Columbus, they've had some, but not like this.
Yeah.
This just has blown everything out of the water. Mm-hmm. So congratulations to everybody over there.
I'm just looking at some of the comments here. Larry in Medicine Hat writes in, says, when do you have time to write a column? Usually Sunday morning, but I have my phone. I used to carry around back in the day a little notepad, and every time something ticked in my mind, I would write it down. Now I just put it in the note portion of my phone, and that my column accumulates all week, right? And then I just write it on the weekend. It's not as hard as you think, Larry. And secondly, a lot of people tinker with cars. A lot of guys golf for a hobby. Mine's writing. It's not a job for me. It's fun. So there. And Bob's your uncle. Too many times? Is that too much? I can't get enough of it.
Not yet. It's close, though. We're on the line.
From John Schmidt. He says, the more hockey talk, the better. John, the Habs fan. Well, then you've come to the right place. Because the Stanley Cup playoffs are, well, they're not upon us, but they're close. We're running into this time now where some teams are done and some have made up games to make up. Like the Flames, they're going to be eliminated tonight. What's the point of playing the last 5? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I guess the guys got you got your sponsorships, you got all of that, but it's mucky.
A little bit,
it's
right?
Mucky in the NHL.
Well, you come down to these games where they don't matter, and you're like wondering, why are we playing these games, and do we want to risk our guys getting hurt, certain teams, and...
Yeah, but you got to get those sponsorship dollars.
For sure.
That's a fact.
It's true. It's the business, the broadcast, the sponsorship, all of it.
Jeff, the Stamps fan, says, the Flames are still alive. You keep telling yourself that, Jeff. I watched Sports Center. I'm not a dummy. Stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. The Flames have to win all 5 of their last remaining games, and Montreal has to lose like 3. I saw it. Again, the magic number's like, what? They're done. But you can keep clinging to that if you want. Moving on to point 2. Tocchet and Torts are out in Arizona and Columbus. We talk about teams that really didn't miss any games. Right? So they made the decision. So I talked to the Coyotes people, and the situation there is, from what I understand, literally mutual. It's very rarely mutual. In this case, it was mutual. How many times have I said it's not going great?
No.
In the Valley, okay? With a franchise, and Tocchet probably deserves better. He's got an almost 500 record in his time there with 4 seasons. I think it's like 131, 135, and 3 or something like that. Pretty damn good with a team that's been hot garbage for a decade. And he's like, this ain't for me anymore. Whereas with Columbus, I don't know if you saw the comments from the GM's Jarmo there. He said, we talked and we agreed it's time to move on. It's not as mutual in Columbus as it is in Arizona. That's my long way of saying it.
Yeah, it's not. You're right. And is Tortorella maybe a guy who can go into Arizona? I know in Phoenix, they need to have a culture change, right? You need to get this attitude of success and winning, and somebody who can go down there and, really change the program. A good head coach can go a long way to do that. And for Tortorella in Columbus, I think it's time. Like with coaches like that, he's very firm. He's very old school. You got to earn my respect, but once you have it, that type of thing, and we're going to be hard on players. And he had success. He got him out of the first round. He's got that team. He's a winning record. He brought a lot of success there. But there's a shelf life. No matter how much success you have when you're an old school coach, there's a shelf life. And it's usually 5 to 6 years. This was 6 seasons for Tortorella.
It's time.
So now he's going to go somewhere else. And when he goes somewhere else, you should know it's going to be 5 to 6 years there, and then he'll wear out his welcome. That's how the old school guys are. So it's time for Tortorella.
The natural question is, where do they both land? Do they switch places? Does Tocchet go to Columbus? Does Torts go to Arizona? Who gets a job first? I think Tocchet would be more, like, he's very, very, very well thought of, obviously, and I think that he's not going to be out of work long. And it's not that Torts isn't well thought of, but he comes with a reputation, as you said, an old school guy. Is that what you want? So that's what people will be watching going into the summertime here. By the way, I have a text message come in. Prairie Mobile text line from Sean in Vancouver. He says, the lady secretly ordered me an RP Show bunny hug, and it arrived Friday. Very comfortable and wearing it around Vancouver with pride.
Awesome.
And Bob's your uncle.
That's great.
Sean, and send us a pic, Sean. Send us a pic, or it didn't happen. And thank your lovely lady for ordering that bunny hug from rodpedersenshop.com. See what a great start to the week it is?
Amazing.
Spending a lot of time on hockey here. I'll just put up the poll question today for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center is, who is your Hart Trophy winner for the 2020-21 season? I have not tweeted it yet, Clark. I apologize, but I think you have it up on Facebook. Matthews, McDavid, Sidney Crosby, or other, and Connor's leading with 82%. It's not a hard decision, I don't think. We're all voting for Connor McDavid, are we not?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So, is there a need to tweet it? Point 3 that I can settle down in, spend some time in here for the Four Seasons Sports Palace. In the warm-up here, Justin Dunk reports that the province of British Columbia has not cleared the CFL return to play. Now, if you go read it at 3downnation.com, and I've had it sent to me like 40 times, and I appreciate it, guys, but to me, it isn't breaking news. We talked about it last week. BC's top doctor, Dr. Bonnie Henry, on March 5th said, by this summer, BC could be living a post-pandemic life. And everybody went nuts in BC. And a lot of CFL fans, too. And then a week ago today, she said no large crowds in Vancouver till next winter. And that was met with crickets. Crickets. Nobody wants to hear that. So the point of Dunk's article was that, hey, if you laughed on Tuesday night, David Naylor reported and Farhan Lalji confirmed or agreed that all 6 provinces with CFL teams have approved return-to-play protocols, and Justin Dunk reporting, no, they haven't. BC hasn't. The point of the article was more so that TSN was wrong or misleading. The news was not that I don't think that BC hasn't approved it. I mean, it was the news. But you see where I'm going with this? So that's why everywhere I go, and I mean everywhere, it's CFL's playing August 5th, right? Like everywhere. On the straight, Lynch. And I'm just now, sure. I talked to Dunk this morning. I said, I'm tired of reporting this stuff because I'm starting to look like a negative troll, and I'm just reporting what I see, what's right in front of everybody's face. And it feels like the CFL leaders are trying to mislead you or distract you with the actual news. I'm kind of out on it. I've been biting my tongue for the last few weeks on this. So where are you on? What's this breaking news from Justin Dunk? Which it is, but the breaking news is that TSN told you otherwise. That's the news to me.
Yeah, we've all been misled before, right?
Yeah.
And when it's something that you want, and you're a CFL fan, we know John Lynch is the biggest Rider fan of them all.
Yeah.
When you hear that, your brain triggers these things that blocks everything else out, and you only want to hear that they're coming back. So you're like, they're coming back. This is so exciting. They're coming back. It's like a parent when you're saying, well, are we going to go to Disneyland? We might go. We might. We're still thinking about it. We might go. The kid only hears, we're going to Disneyland, and starts telling everybody. And the parent's trying to let him down easy. You got to be realistic. Probably not playing, and this news from BC says, look, we're not all on the same page. There's a lot more work that needs to be done. So,
and Ontario's worse.
Worse.
So I'm just like, what am I missing here?
And they've got 3 teams.
And by the way, a little furthermore, it's been reported for months, mostly by us and Dunk and Arash to a degree, that the CFL leaders can't agree on where to even go with this. Some want to keep the CFL as it is and add the Schooners if they can, but be damned with the XFL. Others want to go full-on merger with the XFL because that will save the league. And I did say to Dunk this morning, I just feel like they're going to fight themselves into the ground. I'm not telling any tales out of school here because I've been saying it on this show for months. And you had a good point about that, where the XFL fits into all this. I said, would you say this on the air? You said, absolutely, I'll say it.
Well, I mean, I don't think The Rock's coming to demolish the CFL, but it reminds me of like the ancient times, right? They're coming up to the gate, the XFL, to storm the castle, but then it's like, wait a second, guys, do you hear that? And meanwhile, they're fighting in the castle, killing each other. So the XFL can just sit back, let them kill each other, and then walk in, step over dead bodies, grab the gold, grab the food, grab all the supplies, and take over with no war at all, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, look, in Canada, we got to stop fighting each other. And this includes the media, it includes the personnel, it includes players. Stop fighting each other about what matters, what doesn't, and let's start working together to save this thing, or at least send a note to the guys that are waiting at the outsides of the gate and say, here's a proposal, because we don't want to have a big war here. It's not going to be good for anybody.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they're at war, i.e. they can't agree, and the XFL is just going to walk in and pick up the pieces. Hey, Rocco and Clark, I texted you a photo of Sean in Vancouver. A swarthy dude, I might. He sent me a picture of himself.
Awesome.
In the bunny hug in Vancouver that his lady got him over the weekend. I thought it was Mother's... Never mind. Point 4, Medina Spirit tests positive for steroids. How about this one? My brother, who's in the horse world, told me last week, he's like, oh, Bobby Baffert's in a lot of trouble for horse doping, for doping with a horse. I said, I don't know. I just bet on it. I don't follow this stuff. All of a sudden, boom, it comes out on the weekend that the horse that won the Kentucky Derby tested positive for steroids. I'm like, what did the horse say about this afterwards? Did the horse say, I had no idea what I was putting in my body? He's denied all culpability. The horse, Medina Spirit. Well, you know where my mind immediately went? Where did Soup and Sandwich? Does this move up in the... Did I get some money here?
Soup and Sandwich moving on up. Looks like good day. So that's, for me, that's the question where my mind went, right? Because they've officially changed the results. So what about all those people who cashed out with all their winnings? Like, if
I know you got to give it back.
If I won $100,000, there's no way you're knocking on my door and I'm giving it back. I probably spent it already.
And Bob Baffert can put the money back in. Did you see how many millions were wagered? It was like $80 million was wagered on the Kentucky Derby. The last I saw, it might have even gone up more just ahead of race time. Integrity, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's important. And Bob Baffert, who was Barney Big Nuts around Churchill Downs that day, not so big nuts anymore. And last 2 quick points. The Blue Jays had dropped 2 of 3, but at Houston on the weekend, but dang, they were exciting. And they're still, well, they're fourth in the American League East, but they're hanging in. And they still don't have George Springer anywhere close to 100%. 0.6, big news coming down today. How much can we say about that, Moose? Oh. Not much. You don't have to wait much longer, okay? You don't have to wait much longer. And the guys said they have the photo. This is Sean in Vancouver, a live look in his living room. Look at that stud.
Isn't that great?
He's got the RP Show bunny hug on. He's got his rider hat on. He's got the RP Show in the background. He's watching on Game Plus TV, carried by TELUS Optic Television in British Columbia. That's awesome. Thank you, Sean. I really appreciate it. Let's break. And the first of our special guests will join us right after this. Are we ready to go with him? Okay. This has been the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace. We'll return in a moment. You're watching on Game Plus TV, YouTube, and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports talk for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com. Listen live.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar Buying Group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. EDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Capital Ford Lincoln is your used car destination. We're overstocked and priced to move, so shop online or in-store to get the best deal on any one of our massive selection of pre-owned vehicles. Every pre-owned vehicle at Capital Ford must pass a thorough inspection, ensuring that your buying experience is quick, easy, worry-free, and just like new. So save the depreciation and buy pre-owned. Capital Ford Lincoln is your used car destination. 1201 Pasqua Street North in Regina.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
Hey Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
Hey, honey, can you get one of the kids to show me how this Twitter thing works? Honey, I need to get on Instagram. time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
It absolutely is. We're live on this Monday morning, afternoon to our friends on the East Coast, where we're going shortly here. But from some of our viewers, Jeff, the Stamps fan, says, I wasn't here Friday, so I wanted to wish a happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. So consider it done, Jeff, the Stamps fan. Chris Bird in Toronto says, nice to see Liram Hajrullahu killing it in the Spring League right now. Did you see him, the former CFL kicker, kicking a 59-yard field goal on the weekend?
Unreal. In
the Spring League, so I'm throwing that out there. From Oscar on Twitter, it says, according to ESPN, all bets on the Kentucky Derby were final that day. No worries on paying back money, but no chance at getting money on new winning lineup. So the winner of the Kentucky Derby is found guilty of steroids. If you got paid out, you got paid out. You could never give it back. There's no way.
No, that'd be impossible.
Bob Baffert should have a lifetime ban from horse racing then. Although he has denied all culpability, believe it or not.
Like, was that in the pregame scouting sheet when you're placing your bets?
No, and I was reading the pregame scouting sheet, by the way. I was reading.
You did your homework.
A dark horse.
Yeah.
Well, still lost. So that's some of the comments that are coming in. Let's bring in Darren Burns now from the Moncton Mustangs Maritime Football League. There he is, Burns. He's upright today. Burnsy, I don't know if you saw what we were doing. I don't know if you saw on Saturday. John Frenzy and I watched the game, loved it. We had you guys on iPad, the Spring League on this big screen, and it was great ball. Man, the Mustangs won 24-0. I've reported it all. Everybody's seen it. You played 20 snaps, 2.5 tackles. It was a great game. How did you feel about the evening in Moncton?
Well, I liked it. It was just pretty damn cold to have your first comeback. It was like 2 degrees with 50-kilometer-hour winds with lots of rain turning to slush. So it was kind of miserable. My hamstring tightened up a little bit, so we decided to shut myself down to rest it for next week because St. John is the next week's game. Kind of, hamstring.
Well, I'll tell you what. It was broadcast on Facebook Live. Tell your cameraman he did a great job, but you do need announcers. We're very important. But as far as there was a lot of turnovers in the game. It was sloppy, and I don't think that was because of the players' fault. It was the conditions. I thought the timing was good. How did you feel about the quality of play for week one?
The quality was there. I mean, we're dealing with COVID rules, so it was one football per half. They didn't want to bring in all these other balls and stuff like that. So, the ball was like a lead brick by halftime. So it was pretty difficult to through being a quarterback or running back or what have you. I mean, our defense, we picked up some turnovers because, the kids there on Fredericton, they were, the ball was slippery and greasy. I think it would have been a much closer game had the elements been better or a higher scoring game. Fredericton's got a really good young quarterback that can throw the ball. They've got a couple of pretty good athletes on the team. We're fortunate in that sense, but, it's been a hell of a way for a 57-year-old to make a comeback in the middle of I don't know what the hell you can go. But sometimes it's better to be minus 10 degrees and no rain than it is to be at 0 and wind chill factors and your body just gets cold and it seizes up on you. So, but hey, got the game out of the way. Our team won. We had a great time with it. So, it's something to build on for the rest of the season.
I think I looked up the conditions. I think it was 9 degrees and rain, but I never looked at the wind. What did the wind get up to? You guys must know.
The wind got down. The wind was 50 kilometers, but the kickoff we were actually 4 degrees. So I don't know where it was 9 because 9 wouldn't have been that bad, but it was bitter. It was bitter cold,
Yeah.
And when you're on a rotation, 3 in and 3 out, and then the offense gets the ball and you can go 8 minutes, 9 minutes without being on the field. Things started to tighten up. So, it's all good. I was at the gym this morning at 6 a.m. to get on the bike and loosen up the hamstring and get ready. Sunday was a great day for me. Listen, if there's a chance for an endorsement on icy cold, or icy hot, sorry.
Icy hot,
they would have made a killing with me. Yeah, I was basically ODing on that on Sunday.
You and Shaquille O'Neal. I can see it now. Yeah, absolutely. So, no, Burns, I'm telling you, we enjoyed the game. One thing was I checked the forecast or the temperature. It was earlier in the afternoon. I think it got up to 9, but by kickoff, it was probably down to 4. You're right.
It was.
When you say
at 1 o'clock, I was like, oh, please hang like this. I can live with this. But then sure enough, as soon as I opened my door to go down to the stadium and get taped, everything turned to crap in a hurry. Welcome to Atlantic Canada.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, so with the 20 snaps, that would have been a third of the game you played. So was that plan going in? How did that rotation get decided?
I was planning to play the full game, but just before half, my hamstring tightened up, and if you were watching the game there, I just kind of pulled up a bit, and I just couldn't really couldn't up. Like the trainers tried everything and stuff like that, and it was just like a tight softball in the back of my hamstring. So we just felt it was just best to just shut me down for the rest of the game, and just there's seven more games left in the season, so there's plenty of football left to the point of blowing my load on the opening game and then being one and done, that's definitely not what I wanted to do here. So the kids on the team played hard. My defensive line, they're a bunch of savages, so it was great to see the kids play, and they played hard, and we won the game. So it's been a real special journey for me with everyone that supported me, especially you guys. We've been getting a great message out. I did a post this morning where I thank the thousands of people that have literally been there for me, and you guys are a big part of that. My family as well, which I left out. I was thinking on Saturday before my years playing back to my teammates 9 and through the Burlington Brave, crazy Ottawa, which a lot of support the Looney Tunes, but we were one hell of a football team. Actually, we wanted to play the Ottawa Rough Riders in a game and give the money to charity, and they refused to play us. So we had a pretty good team. We had 35 guys on the roster that played in the CFL, so we all had a little bit of a attitude when it came towards the CFL because we were all cut for various reasons or what have you. So that was a great time. And then, again, doing 3 decades with the Moncton Mustangs. So it was kind of a going down memory lane, and, it gave me a bit of closure with Bruce.
Yeah, well, congratulations on finishing the game. Look, everybody wanted to know how you made out, and when they saw that it was just hamstring, they're like, that's it? So good for you for not you fit in. You fit in. And the Maritime Football League's got a lot more followers now than it did before this.
Yeah, and, it just, for me, it was just like, if it was just me with the hamstring, but there were about, 7 or 8 hamstrings or calf pulls during the game, so I didn't feel so bad. I kind of felt like I was in the 20-year-old mark because they were dropping like flies as well. So it was not a fun game to come back after for myself 10 years, but everyone else 2 years from not playing. My son Taylor was, giving me advice on what to do to get myself ready for the game. So I listened to it, but even that didn't even help. So it's been it was a challenge to get ready for the game. Let's say that, but hey, we got it done. We made a little history on. I'm the first guy to play competitive football in 6 decades. I've had. It's been a great ride. I'm hoping that we can carry this on and get a little bit of momentum and give me a shot. Like I said, not to take a spot in the CFL, so that everyone get up their diapers in an uproar. It's basically to, bring an acknowledgement and an audience to child abuse. I think the Argos should do something for Bruce. He was a hell of a person. He was great in the community. He was a leader. He's one of the top 100. With him passing with his pancreatic cancer in 2013, the Argos haven't done anything yet. I think that needs to be addressed. I know that there are more people at Bruce's funeral than sometimes an Argo game. So I think that they would do him right by doing that. And, being that first kid that he helped off the street, they deserve it. He deserves to have some sort of a mention from the Argos. So
no doubt.
Let's just see what happens with that. And guys like you pushing narrative of all this, it's been great. I want to thank Leo from the CFL alumni. I want to thank Jim Mullins from Football Canada for the awards that I was given on Saturday. I would like to have had it done on the field, but it was too damn cold. Everyone was running into the locker room. So I got the awards given to me inside the locker room, but it was great. I had my defensive line unit with me. Those pictures have been out on social media. So all in all, it felt great. I didn't look like a 57-year-old man on the field. That's what counts. So all those naysayers, they can pound sand now.
Hey, Burnsy, I'm proud of you. Thanks. Keep sending me your results, the photos. I'm covering it. There's not much else going on. So we got to roll.
And also, Rod, we want to get you. We're still going to get you guys out here. Moncton Chrysler's been a huge sponsor. I know Rosie and Drew are really pleased with the coverage that you gave them on Friday. So I think you found a new partnership there.
Thank you.
They're really excited. I spoke to them today, so they're actually listening right now. So I think that all in all, we're going to get you guys butts down here, hopefully for the end of the season, the playoffs. That will happen at some point here. As soon as the politicians get their skirts untied a little bit and relaxed, we will get you guys out here and have a weekend. And I'm sure that Moncton Chrysler will be there to support it. So again, I want to thank Moncton Chrysler for all their support that they've given. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the other media outlets that have been helping me get this narrative out. And most importantly, I want to thank the fans.
You betcha. All right, Darren, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful partnership. We'll chat soon. Keep it going.
Okay, thanks, guys. Bye now.
Darren Burns from the Moncton Mustangs. What a story. Where are we here? What's Ryan McCarthy meaning in Saratoga, New York when he says, can confirm? Oh, what Burnsy said earlier in the interview.
Yes. I didn't, yeah.
As you say, as long as I don't say it or you don't say it, we're good.
That's right.
Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle.
How about that?
From Jason Terrace, the coach of the Mustangs. Burnsy, keep up the icy hot all week, brother. I haven't used that in a long time. I haven't played competitive sports in a long time.
That's right.
So don't use icy hot and then go immediately to the bathroom. Did that.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Stings.
You know what I'm saying? It stings.
Oh, it stings. Yes.
Darren Workman, watching on YouTube, says, hello from Salt Lake City, Utah. Loved the first weekend of the Spring League. Somewhat sloppy, but only 1 week of practice before games. Being broadcast on Fox shows a great interest in spring football. And maybe we should talk about that when we come back, Dupes. Because I'm sitting in Lynch's basement at his South Regina palatial estate. And we got the Spring League up on the big screen. We got the Moncton Mustangs on the iPad. And Lynch was like, this is pretty good. And it was pretty good. The senior. I said, what do you think about the Spring League, Lynch? Oh, they're very good. That was pro ball.
He was a doubter, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had never heard of it.
Yeah.
They're pro ballers. So anyways, we'll talk about all that. And where is it? EGA, watching on YouTube, says, I've had enough of the CFL. And there are false pretenses, false statements, giving false hope to a season played in 2021. That's in reference to this story from Justin Dunk today at 3downnation.com. We'll talk about all of that in a sports update when we come back. You're watching the RP Show on a Monday. Game Plus TV, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com. Listen live.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
Smoky in the air, that's a lot of crime. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
There's something for everyone at the Mad Greek Eatery. Delicious Greek dishes, pizza, lasagna, pastas, soups, salads, and much more. The Mad Greek Eatery brings the best authentic Greek cuisine right to you. Available for licensed dining, events, delivery, and takeout. For the best taste and huge portions, there is only one place. Visit the Mad Greek Eatery, downtown Moose Jaw. Call for takeout and delivery today.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
Direct West provides us with stats and analytics, and it's amazing for us to look and see that, each year we're 10 to 20% higher on our Google leads. It's great to see the success that our locations are having. The Direct West app gives us an opportunity to be in one place for people to find any of our locations or our commodities. Without Direct West, we would have to be in multiple digital places. I would recommend Direct West. They're great to work with.
Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions is Saskatchewan's only full-service supply chain company. Strategic sourcing, PO creation, and order expediting, VMI and vending solutions, and free delivery are just a few of the supply chain services we provide. If your company needs it, Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions can get it for you. Price, quality, service, Rockstar Supply Chain Solution is helping Saskatchewan companies buy better.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Capital GMC is your used car destination. We're overstocked and priced to move, so shop online or in-store to get the best deal on any one of our massive selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Every certified vehicle includes the balance of manufacturer's warranty, 150 plus point inspection, roadside assistance, and certified exchange privilege. So save the depreciation and buy pre-owned. Capital GMC is your used car destination at the corner of Rochdale and Pasqua in Regina.
Did you know you can catch all the best moments from the show on all our social media platforms? Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Welcome back, everybody.
What?
This comment from Phil on YouTube. He says, I ate hot wings at the bar one Friday after work, then went home and got romantic with my wife. Bad idea, if you know what I mean.
The icy hot thing.
How about that? Yeah, he's talking about the icy hot.
It stings.
How about that?
Hot sauce stings, too.
And by the way, the guy that I was with using the icy hot was Kevin Carries. Do you know Kevin Carries from Global Edmonton?
Yeah, legend.
Former teammates we were.
Really?
On the Bombers. And we used icy hot, the two of us. And then I went to the bathroom, and Bob wasn't my uncle after that. Alcohol might have been involved, too.
You were saying uncle.
Oh, my God.
Make it stop.
How do you get rid of that?
Make it stop.
How do you get rid of that?
And once you start, you can't stop.
No. Sports update. Alex DeBrincat scored twice, and the Chicago Blackhawks welcomed fans back to the United Center with a 4-2 victory over the Dallas Stars Sunday. Chicago hosted a crowd of 3,820 for its first home game with fans in almost 14 months. The Blackhawks are the most recent U.S.-based NHL team to open their doors to the public during the COVID-19 pandemic. I told you I was on the show last night with Brady Leovold from the Puck Support Network and his podcast, Hockey to Hell and Back. He said how much he enjoys the junior hockey coverage on the show. And he speaks for a lot of people. They're loving it. Mm-hmm. So do you want to know what happened in the queue last night?
Of course.
Pierre-Eric Dubé scored the winning goal on the power play, and the Chicoutimi Saguenay beat the Quebec Rempart 3-2 in the playoffs. The Sags took a 2-0 lead in the best-of-5 quarterfinal series and can complete the sweep tonight in Quebec City. Is this Patrick Roy's last game on the bench of the Quebec City Rempart?
Ooh. Good call.
Could be tonight. And if you wonder why so many of us are so happy going back to work in major junior hockey, you're looking at two of them. Ask Patrick Roy. It's a wonderful life. It's a hard life, but it's a wonderful life.
That's right.
Meanwhile, Cedric Derusso scored twice as the Charlottetown Islanders took a 2-0 series lead over the Acadie Bathurst Tetons, courtesy a 7-5 win Sunday. The Tetons will attempt to stave off elimination during Game 3 Tuesday night. I did not successfully stave off a workout this morning, Darin.
How about
you didn't, eh?
No.
Good for you.
Do you remember, was it a year ago that we were saying sports is the only time you hear the term stave? It's the only time. I staved off washing the dishes last night.
I know.
Which I didn't also do that either. It was Mother's Day, so.
And it feels like, only in hockey, too. You don't see it in football
or NBA playoffs. You really don't.
Staved off elimination. Yes, staved. Like, look it up. It's not really a term we use.
I staved off getting a speeding ticket on the ring road this morning. Anyways, back to more important things. Kyle Tucker hit a 3-run homer and tied a career high with 4 runs batted in as the Houston Astros held on for a 7-4 win over the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto starter Nate Pearson allowed 4 hits and was done in by a career-high 5 walks in his first start of the season. He'll be all right. Yeah. Medina Spirit's victory in the Kentucky Derby is in serious jeopardy because of a failed post-race drug test, one that led Churchill Downs to suspend Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert in the latest scandal to plague the sport. Baffert denied all wrongdoing and promised to be fully transparent with the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission during its investigation. Listen, I want to hear from the horse. What does he have to say?
Will they put peanut butter under his lips so he can talk?
I didn't know what I was doing.
Ed, right?
How about that?
Mr. Ed?
Yeah, Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Rory McIlroy is a winner again. After 18 long months, McIlroy closed with a 68 for a one-shot victory in the Wells Fargo Championship. It was his 3rd win at Quail Hollow and the 19th of his career on the PGA Tour. I'm smiling because I was watching this event on Saturday, and I told you guys in the break I broke out laughing after a tee shot, and Cindy said, "What are you laughing at?" I'm saying, you wouldn't understand. The guy just teed off, and it was a ba-ba-booey. Which, like, how long does it take to explain why that's so funny and the history of that?
Yeah, and by the time you do, it's not funny anymore. Right?
Well, we're just so immature. It's a Howard Stern thing. Ba-ba-booey. Seattle Seahawks receiver DK Metcalf made a respectable go of his 100-meter race at USA Track and Field's Golden Games in California. Metcalf finished 9th out of 9 runners, but posted a good time of 10.37 seconds. This sports update for the Tap Brewhouse and Drive-Thru Liquor Store and for Red Bull Canada. Red Bull gives you wings. Restaurants opening here in this town, the sweatpants capital, on a week from today.
Mm-hmm.
If they can just get through to that. Where else? Coming up next segment is the viewer takeover. And we do have some really big news coming up in hour 2. And special guests. But you can write us at 306-840-8777. That is 306-840-8777. Can I just say this on the CFL thing? It's in the Quick 6 show topics. My point 3 was Justin Dunk reports, this is going like wildfire around football, from 3downnation.com, that the province of BC has not cleared the CFL's return to play, despite the fact last Tuesday TSN on their draft coverage said that all 6 provinces have. And so we're just kind of debating that over coffee this morning. I'm not really in the middle. I'm more on Dunk's side. I'm like, how could you possibly have thought they cleared it when the top doctor says they will have no crowds and the CFL said they won't play without crowds until next winter? There's just no way. And where I'm incredibly disappointed is, A, the misleading nature that appears to be going on here by the CFL leaders, and 2, that they wouldn't bite the bullet, to use the Larry Smith term, the former Alouettes great and current conservative senator in Ottawa, that the owners need to bite the bullet and have a season for the sake of the sport. Especially when you got Dave Strew sitting in here, the Regina Pats head coach, who said, and I'm sure he told you in your office after, that the players daily express their gratitude for the league finding a way to play, for not flushing their careers down the drain. And the CFL has not done. They won't bite the bullet to pay the money to play. Despite, you just saw that in Moncton they're playing 12-on-12 tackle football. Did you watch, by the way? They were banging.
Oh, yeah. I was watching.
So they could do it. They just don't want to. You got about 45 seconds to wrap that up.
But it's true. They don't want to. They don't want to play without fans. And that's their right.
Sure.
It's their business to be able to do that. It's not a, public service. It's not a charity. And these guys aren't, drawing a massive amount of fans that they can or can't play, that it would be dictated by fans. But the CFL's a big business, and they don't want to pay to play without fans. That's just the end of the day. That's the decision.
And if you were a player and the coaches that are my guys, how'd you like to be them? Oh. That is the leaders doing what's best for the leaders, not what's best for the workers.
That's right.
And that is very sad. On the Medina Spirit story from Ricky G, Sorry, Ricky Regina, Ricky Kazama watching from Ballers. He says they got it right from the horse's mouth. We'll be right back with Viewer Takeover.
I like that.
You're watching on Game Plus TV, YouTube, and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
Direct West has been the bridge for me from not dealing with social media or digital presence to having a presence. You have to take the leap of faith, so to say, and I'm glad we have. Direct West has helped us out immensely to get our presence online as far as digitally and also with the social media page. To see the results is just puts a smile on your face.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating. Proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Hey, Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
Send us your opinions now. We won't victimize you unless you really deserve it. Now, back to your host, Rod Pedersen.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, kudos to our good man, Ian Duffy from Global Television. Breaking news today. Let me call it up on my Twitter. Here it is. Ian Duffy from Global Television. According to sources, Bruce Urban is selling the Saskatchewan Rush to the owner of the WHL Saskatoon Blades, Mike Priestner. Deal expected to be announced soon with an even bigger NLL announcement to come. I believe it's 11 a.m. Mountain that's coming out, right, Darren?
It's my understanding, yes.
And Do you want me to stop right there?
No, it's out now.
Okay.
I think, right?
Yeah, so Colin Priestner, who's the president of the Saskatoon Blades, will be with us coming up in hour 2 of the program to discuss this sale. Now, the fit has hit the shan in a way. We were going to go into viewer takeover, but now this. We thought it was being announced at 11. The Saskatchewan Rush, of which I'm a season ticket holder, they're a partner of this show, have been sold by the Urban family to the Priestner family, who owns the Saskatoon Blades. And hang on, guys, with the photo. I want you to put it up in a minute. Not yet. So I have a personal email here from Bruce Urban. I'll just read it in order here. Congratulations, Rod, on the success and growth of the Rod Pedersen Show. You, Darin, and the gang have set an exceptional standard for sports talk, not only in Saskatchewan, but the entire country. You should all be very proud of what you have accomplished so far and keep up the amazing work. Tomorrow, this came in yesterday, it will be announced that ownership of the Saskatchewan Rush organization has been transferred to the Priestner family. The Priestners value success on the playing field and in the community, just as we do. Our family moves on to the next chapter feeling very grateful for what was built and achieved here in Saskatchewan. Thank you for being a wonderful advocate for our team, league, and sport. Your kind words and coverage have not gone unnoticed. We hope to cross paths in the future. Stay safe and stay healthy. Yours in lacrosse, Bruce, Cindy, and Brandon Urban. Can you put that up, guys? This got me in the feels.
I know.
That's the Urban family right there. Bruce, the dad, who was the author of this email, Cindy, the mom, Brandon, the son. They have sold the Saskatchewan Rush. 4 titles! They're the New England Patriots of the NLL is what they are. And they're moving on. And I did what precipitated the email, by the way, was I said, I'm a little devastated here, guys, but I'm happy if you're happy. And for their own reasons, it's time. In life, it's time.
Everybody, right? Yeah, and it's different for everybody. And sometimes when you know, and sometimes you don't know it's coming, right? And then when it happens, you know it's the right thing to do. And, congratulations to the Urbans. I mean, they've done a great job with that organization, both in Edmonton and in Saskatoon. The success they've had, the impact they've made in the community, and now as it goes to the Priestner family and what they've done, they made a commitment to Saskatchewan and to Saskatoon, and this is furthering that commitment, right, to grow, and I like it. I like the direction that they're headed.
Nelson Hakowich, our VP of Sim Events, writes in and says, does this mean the NLL is coming back to oil country? What, maybe for a neutral site game? No, the Saskatoon Blades have bought the Saskatchewan Rush. Boom. They're not going anywhere. There is more to the story. And it's actually funny. DG from Saskatoon writes in and says, morning, guys. Not sure how I feel about this morning's special announcement. Time will tell. But if it was going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm sure a lot of people are eager to hear it when the news drops at 11 o'clock. How does he know? Who is this guy? So it's dropped.
Crazy.
From Jim Wagner, morning RP Nation. Great variety of sports on the weekend. What? Some Spring League, Jays, NHL, curling. It was a sports buffet. Shout out to Kirby and the crew at Suds. Kirby was right in there cleaning with the crew. Love that place. Take care, all. That's from Jim Wagner. Kirby at Suds is like Paul around here. They get their elbows dirty. They get, right? They're right in there on the front lines. That's why we work with these guys. What did you say, Clark? So, 45 now? So, Wayne in Victoria, BC says, that just makes me angry that the CFL is not being honest. I don't believe anything they say anymore. If you want all my thoughts on that, go to rodpedersen.com right now. It's my commentary today. I've been sitting over here biting my tongue for the last couple weeks because I know what's being put out there is not what the truth is. And I don't want to be that guy. Okay, we'll continue this next hour. From Darnell from Rockstar Supply Chains. I'm not sure I like the sale of the Rush. It is what it is, Darnell. We'll talk about it next hour with special guests.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
There's something for everyone at the Mad Greek Eatery. Delicious Greek dishes, pizza, lasagna, pastas, soups, salads, and much more. The Mad Greek Eatery brings the best authentic Greek cuisine right to you. Available for licensed dining, events, delivery, and takeout. For the best taste and huge portions, there is only one place. Visit the Mad Greek Eatery, downtown Moose Jaw. Call for takeout and delivery today.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with the Rod Pedersen Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show, The Rod Pedersen Show.
Now,
how did this fly get in here? Somebody got a fly swatter?
Yeehaw!
It was a shot of Prairie Jesus is really what it was.
It was.
You'd think we would be getting used to it, but we never get used to it. We never get tired of good things happening.
This life doesn't get old.
No. It was a nice little distraction from the real world, and here we are today for a coffee session.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
It's the best damn sports show, and away we go into hour 2 of the program. It's what we call the second half kickoff. And Clark, please tell me when we have the next guest ready to roll. It's a surprise guest. Oh, it's next segment now? Okay, thank you. We got stuff going down. But before we go any further, Moose, I have to mention that support for the Rod Pedersen Show is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist and grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer just for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code RP20 at manscaped.com. I noticed it didn't make it to Twitter over the weekend. John Lynch talking about his personal grooming below the waist. didn't make it to Twitter.
See what he said before we went there.
I don't remember. I flushed it from my mind.
Oh, man. He couldn't believe it. And I saw something on my phone. It was crazy. When it comes to Manscaped, it was like a Manscaped ad. It said 93% of successful men manscape. I didn't know that.
Lynch said he's 83. He said he doesn't trust himself with the razor. You get it, right?
Oh, yeah.
How
about that? From the Mental Health Hockey Podcast, Brady Leovold watching. He says, I may be biased, but you look extra good today. Well, thank you, Brady. Flattery will get you everywhere. And I order this bunny hug straight from him. This one says, it's okay to be not okay. Puck support group, hockey. And the other one says, puck addiction. While we're at it, thanks again, Brady. Boy, did we blow our betting advice on where the Dallas Stars are going to come back and clinch in a playoff spot ahead of the Nashville Predators.
We
blew it.
We did, but we didn't. I mean, yes, we blew it because if you don't win, if you don't win, you lost.
We blew it.
But when we announced it Friday, and then Dallas promptly went out and beat Tampa, I'm like, this is going to happen. And then Nashville beat Carolina, and Dallas lost the next night to Chicago yesterday. So it went down the toilet pretty quickly. But it was looking like everything was lining up, and that's why I thought it was a really great bet. And, if you're going to lose $20, that's okay because the payout would have been so high. It almost happened, but you know what? It didn't.
I can't stress this enough. Do not get your NHL betting advice from Darin nor I. Or if you do exactly the opposite of what we suggest you do. Because if you did the opposite, you'd have won that bet that the Predators would have clinched and Dallas wouldn't have. And think of that, by the way. Think of that, where they were 2 months ago.
I know.
In the standings. Coach of the year. I don't even know who the hell the coach is. Is it John Haynes? Who's the coach in Nashville? You know who's laughing right now? Lavi? No, he's in Washington.
He was 2 years ago when we were there.
He's going to the big board.
We met with Lavi.
John Montgomery's like, I got it, John. I said John Haynes. Wait till we get our Haynes on you. I couldn't pick this guy out of a lineup. And he's got the Predators into the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm surprised. Yeah, Max hasn't written in yet.
Yeah, what does he know? Anyways, don't get your NHL betting advice from us. Folks, the Stanley Cup playoffs are approaching fast, and Rod Pedersen Show sponsor, universityofpucks.com, wants to make the run for the cup a lot more fun. Go to universityofpucks.com right now and sign up for their free NHL playoff pool. The top prize is an autographed Connor Bedard Pats jersey. You won't find a better price than that. universityofpucks.com to enter for NHL gambling, betting, wagering advice. So the other thing that we heard is that there's been a snag, okay? There's been a snag in the sale. Not in the announcement of the sale of the Saskatchewan Rush. Are you people across North America realizing that this is groundbreaking news here in the Rectangle and quite frankly on the prairies? Because they used to be the Edmonton Rush in the National Lacrosse League. They moved to Saskatchewan, won 2 titles there in 5 years, and now they've been sold. And we were sitting on a story that was supposed to come out at 11 o'clock Mountain, and then Ian Duffy of Global Television, who's a close friend of ours, broke the news just before 11, and now we hear there's a snag, and the announcement's not coming out for a couple hours' time, and yet I went and read this weepy email from Bruce Urban, right, and showed a photo of the family. I'm still upset, but I guess the announcement of the sale's been backed up a little bit.
Yeah, these things happen, right? But this is a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal, and it solidifies what the Priestners are doing in Saskatchewan and in the community of Saskatoon, right, with their, ownership of the Blades and now committing even further, doubling down on the community, right, by purchasing the Rush. I think it's great. I think, it makes sense for the Urbans who accomplished so much in their time in both Edmonton and Saskatoon and have done a great job in the community, that you pass it off to somebody where you have trust that the traditions are going to continue, right? You don't want to just sell to anybody, somebody who's going to, do right by the team and the community. So I like the direction that they're headed. I think Bruce and the family deserve all the success. And if it's time for them to sell and they want to enjoy something new, let's
not forget it. They have like 13 or 14 RV dealerships, Western RV.
Right.
Keeping them busy, okay? It's not like, but what the heck? We've got the next 2 to 3 months to talk Stanley Cup playoffs, and we will. But this is what's going on here. I don't mind saying, my brother texted me and he goes, "What's up with this?" Because I said, "You got to go to a Rush game." And he took, you sat with him, with my niece Sydney. They sat at a Rush game and he thought it was pretty awesome. It's really awesome. And he goes, "They must be selling because they don't think they're going to play." I'm like, I don't know. I'm just sitting here somewhat upset that they're selling the team because my seats were hand-selected by Bruce in the president's section, as you know, right underneath the 4 banners. And I sit in the seats, and I look at those banners.
Yeah.
The team's not going anywhere, but the Urbans are, and that has me just a little upset today. That just as a Rush fan. And then Darnell from Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions, which, by the way, Stu Fraser was our Rockstar of the Day on Friday. I see the story of his interview is now hit 3downnation.com and the national media. But anyways, he goes, "I don't know how to feel about this." And the reason is, it's nothing against the blades of the Priesters, believe me. But it's all to do with the respect that the Urban family has. And as we sit here and have coffee, can I tell you a story? Because you love these stories.
I do.
It was 2017, I think, that Bruce and Brandon Urban came to Regina for a Rough Riders game. And I'd never met either one of them before. And Bruce had gotten my number, texted me, and he said, "Hey, can we go for breakfast? We'd like to get you better."
Yeah.
And, the day after the games, we went to Perkins. You can never go wrong at Perkins.
Right.
Did you know that he almost bought the Calgary Stampeders in like 2003 when that Federic Ted Hellard thing was going down?
No.
He almost bought the Calgary Stampeders. Because Bruce is a Calgary guy, originally from the sweatpants capital, but he's a Calgary guy now. And I just said, everything happens for a reason, Bruce. You're probably lucky that you didn't buy the Calgary Stampeders. Because look what you've done with the Edmonton/Saskatchewan Rush. All of a sudden, they're lacrosse people, right? The Patriots of lacrosse. We sat there for 2.5 hours. My wife texted me and said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm still with the Urbans at Perkins." When you know, you know.
Yeah.
And then it was just a friendship that blossomed from there, and we've had all kinds of personal talks, and I just love that family. So that's why Darnell is upset with the news of the sale. Nothing about the Priesters or the Blades, but everything to do with what are the Urbans going to do now? I can't imagine they're going to stay out of sports. I can't.
Yeah, it'd be hard to understand. I mean, you want to enjoy your successes and maybe put your feet up a little bit. I mean, if anybody's earned it, they've earned it. Right, the ability to put your feet up and enjoy some time, if that's what you want to do. Maybe you've accomplished this and you want to move on to the next challenge. Maybe it's another league. Maybe it's another team. Maybe they're going to buy the BC Lions. I don't know. I mean, I'm throwing things out there, but they could. Now you've had success in the lacrosse ring. Now you want to go to the football ring. I don't know, but it's fun to watch, and it's always good. You always feel good when good people have success.
That's them. Like I said, I'm happy if you're happy, Urbans. And they say they are. But the announcement's been delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, the Stamps fan, writes in, he goes, "The F-Troop era in Calgary. Yuck." That was the era where the Urbans almost bought the Stampeders. From EGA, watching on YouTube, Mr. Rod Pedersen and Darren DuPont and Company. Great show as usual. Too bad it's going by so fast this Monday morning as I can listen and watch you guys all day long. From T-Bone, watching on YouTube, says, "Hey, Roddy, it's me, Tristan. I love hockey for a long time." I love hockey for a long time. I love you too, Tristan. You know that. Long time. Have you seen him perform in his school band? Tristan, what's the name of your band? It's like the LaBolda's Blues Brothers or something like that. The kid is like Mick Jagger.
Really?
He's got the moves like Jagger.
I know he's a star.
I'm not joking.
But, and we will get on the phone here soon, Tristan. I promise.
Okay. From Nelson Vo, our VP of Content Creation, says, "Wait, Regina has a Perkins?" It absolutely does. Doesn't Saskatoon? You gotta I was going to say you got a Fuddruckers, but we got one of those now too. So
That's right.
Are we winning?
Perkins, man, it's a place I haven't been in a long time.
Here it is. I was close. From Tristan, the Good Buddies Blues Band. And he's the lead singer.
I had no idea.
No. From Tacona Pauli, watching in Yorkton. Late to the show, Rod, but smashed the like button. Please do that. I was watching a YouTube show, which I rarely watch YouTube shows. I'm getting with it. And was it Winnipeg Sports Talk? Can't remember. You should hit like and you should hit subscribe. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just sitting right in front of you. It's not hard.
That's right.
There's a lot of good shows on YouTube. This is one of them. From Brett Taylor watching on Facebook, has anyone else noticed that producer Clark is setting up talent for the RP show and basically keeping 3 Down and TSN in the loop? What's he talking about? Yeah, he's the best guest booker in sports, there's no doubt. But those guys, he's talking about, I think, the Stu Fraser article that went up today on 3 Down. All those Moncton guys, they organized that on their own.
That's right.
Right? And man, did that go great. And actually, I guess that was my point about sports on the weekend and why the CFL needs to play. The Spring League, it was on for 6 hours on Saturday afternoon on Fox main television, Channel 34 here in the Sweatpants capital. Can't remember what the HD channel is. Did you watch any of the Moncton game?
Oh, yeah.
Did I ask you that? I'm sorry if I did.
No, I did. I watched.
It looked pretty good.
It looked great. I feel for the guys playing in that weather. But you know what? I love the fact that they pulled it off. It looked good. You're right. They need announcers on the game. That's big. But
especially when you can't really make out the numbers.
Well, that's just it, right? Because you want somebody saying the names, right? And who made the plays and delivering those stories. But I like that there's still a commitment to grow that. And if we can be a part of it and get out there for games as more people get vaccinated, I'm all for it. And he knows that.
Jeff, the Stamps fan, where did it go? What's better, Perkins, Smitty's, or Denny's? Now that's a poll question.
Ooh. Is that tomorrow's poll question?
I might usurp today's poll question with that. And throw a Cora's in there too.
Okay.
Or Ricky's. No.
Chorus.
We have 24 hours to think about it. Yeah, but have you had a Ricky's breakfast?
Oh, yeah. All day breakfast.
That's what I'm saying. Now that's a poll question.
What about Grainfields? Oh, no.
Well, there's a place in Calgary. You people in Calgary, tell me, it's right downtown in the Eau Claire Market. It's Buffalo something. And it's like an old house.
Okay.
It looks like the house I was raised in, like an old Western thing. They have omelets the size of footballs, for the love of Pete. They're the best I've ever had in my life.
I'm hungry.
But that's not a chain, so.
Yeah, and I was going to say, even around here, there's some really good independent places that would beat them all, right? But not a place that's available in most major cities. That's what we're talking about, the chains.
From William May says, I forgot to watch any football this weekend. My bad. Well, it's entirely up to you. I'm sure you were doing something. I'm just saying we made a point of it, and we enjoyed the football that we watched, and that's why I think the Canadian Football League needs to make a point of playing. But this hope and a prayer, this Hail Mary, and this is my last point before we break, this Hail Mary of waiting out the vaccine and waiting out the pandemic, basically, it is a Hail Mary. What did we say? 8.7% is the completion percentage of Hail Marys.
Yeah, it's not good. That even seems high to me. Hey, look at the way Scott Moe put out the plan, step 1, 2, and 3, right? 3-step plan for reopening. If the CFL did that and had a plan on paper that was approved, I think that would go a long way to getting fans excited, because if you said, look, if we get to 70% vaccinations in this group, we can open our stadiums to 25%. And the government says if we get to 70% and 30 and over, we can open even more.
Yeah.
I think we would see tangible numbers and we would know, if we hit them, we get this. And it wouldn't be this arbitrary, are they going to play? Are they not going to play? Are they going to spend the money? Are they not going to spend the money? It would be finite in terms of numbers and us getting vaccines rolled out. I think that would go a long way to getting people on board, but they haven't done that yet.
We're going to break. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says that place in Eau Claire is closing down. Initially, it's like Curses. But of course it is. The CFL's not playing. The CFL kept that place in business. If they're going to serve omelets the size of footballs, who do you think's going to go there?
Football players.
Ballers. We got a special football guest coming up next. You're watching the RP Show across all 10 provinces and 31 states on Game Plus Television Network, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Introducing Original 16 Hard Seltzer. The refreshing taste of lemon and Saskatoon berry with vodka made in Saskatchewan. New hard seltzers from Original 16.
Capital Ford Lincoln is Truck Nation. Looking to buy your next truck or sell your current one? Capital is Canada's truck destination. Shop online or in-store to see the new 2021 Ford F-150, Ranger, Escape, and more. Right now is the best time to lease or finance a new vehicle. Can't find exactly what you're looking for? Let us help by sourcing your vehicle from our dealer network or custom ordering one that is perfect for you. Capital Ford Lincoln is Truck Nation, 1201 Pasqua Street North in Regina.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming, the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Our parents always taught us about the importance of quality of work and friendly service. And here at Suds Car Wash, we're a family-run business, so it's really important that our customers feel like family.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
Oh, yeah, he's back. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Just ahead of the newest Saskatchewan Rough Rider, number 2 overall pick, Nelson Lokombo of the U of S Huskies. I want to throw in the curling report. Switzerland's Silvana Turanzoni successfully defended her World Women's Curling title Sunday with a 4-2 victory over Russia's Alina Kovaleva. Turanzoni forced Russia to a single in the 8th end to get hammered back before blanking the 9th. Kovaleva was light with her final throw on the 10th end as Switzerland scored 1 for the victory. Earlier in the day, American Tabitha Pedersen defeated Sweden's Anna Hasselberg 9-5 to win the bronze medal. Pedersen scored 5 points in the 7th end to put the game out of reach. Canada's Carrie Anerson of Gimli, Manitoba was eliminated in the qualification round on Saturday after an 8-3 loss to Sweden at Wynn Sports Markin McPhail Center. The Curling Report is brought to you daily by Verge Agriculture, helping farmers plan and optimize their operations across every field. Try Verge's precision farm tech software for free today at vergeag.com. Well, we are very excited to welcome to the program today, as we mentioned, U of S Huskies linebacker/DB, Riders number 2 overall pick, Nelson Lokombo, joining us on video chat. How you doing, Nelson?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, am I correct in saying you're joining us from Abbotsford, British Columbia today?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. How long have you been out there? I want to walk back this whole story for you with the U Sports cancellation of the season last year. Had you come to Saskatoon at all in 2020? What's your life been like here in the pandemic?
Yeah, it's been tough, especially at the beginning. We were definitely in the middle of training for the upcoming season that we thought was going to happen, then it got canceled. After that, I decided to come back home for the fall and trained with my brother. And then we were doing a bunch of training, did some speed training, did numerous types, and trained with my friends and did stuff like that. After that, I decided to go back to Sask to train with Joel Lipinski for the Combine. And they got ready out there. And then after the Combine, I finished my finals and came back here and hanging out with the family now. So,
yeah, next time you're talking to Joel Lipinski, we used to call him Mini Lou Ferrigno. He looks like a little Incredible Hulk. And he did play a very brief time with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, Nelson. Just drop that in there next time you're doing a workout with him. Hey, how's your life changed since being taken number 2 overall by the Saskatchewan Roughriders last Tuesday night?
Hasn't really changed. I've always been kind of, in terms of personality wise, I've been the same person. In terms of, I guess, popularity, my phone was blowing up when I got the pick, or I got picked second. And there's been quite a few times where I've gone out to the stores and have had people recognize me, which has been pretty cool, and that's in BC, so I can't imagine how it's going to be like in Sask.
Oh wow! How about that?
Yeah,
you guys. Yeah. Well, and you, by the way, Nelson, I think, despite not having played in 2020, none of your U Sports compadres did. You're in a great spot because if the CFL doesn't play, and we're all praying that it does, but if it doesn't, you still got your 2 years left at the U of S, and I'm pretty confident they're playing. So do you feel like you're in a good position football-wise?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're hoping for the best, but we know there's something at the end of the tunnel there. So
yeah, and talk about your time with the U of S Huskies. From what I understand, and I got to tell you that Mason Nias's dad, Perry, is probably my best friend. He said that you have just adopted Saskatchewan. Now, you're an Abbotsford kid, and we know your brother, Bo. He's been on the show. But you're all in on the 306 in Saskatchewan. Talk about that. And how did that happen?
Yeah, so I'd have to take you back to when I was being recruited. I was being recruited to play a few spots. A few different universities wanted me to play running back, and a few wanted me to play DB. I wanted to play DB, and I know that when I was being recruited by Sask, Flory saw the same thing in me. We both had the same mindset for my future, and I think the chemistry really built there. And I could see throughout my recruiting process that the culture in Sask was changing pretty big. They brought in new coaching staff my first year, and the chemistry was there from the get-go. I think one of the biggest things for me was wanting to win, and I know that Flory and the whole coaching staff out there had the experience of winning. So it was really an easy decision for me. Obviously, the first couple of years were huge culture change from growing up in BC and having to adjust to that. Wasn't too hard, but I'd say that I've adopted the Saskatoon way. So
I only got a couple more questions for you, Nelson, but I saw that you felt surprised that you went number 2 overall. I predicted that you would go number 2 overall to the Riders just because I know how Jeremy O'Day thinks. And I also know there's a spot for you on that defense right now. But I saw mock drafts that said the BC Lions were going to take you in the first round if you were available when the Lions were picking. So did you read any of that coverage? What were your thoughts going into round 1? Did you have a choice of where you'd like to be selected?
Yeah, so I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. Leading up to the draft the whole week, I was kind of just guessing where I'd go. I wasn't 100% sure. There wasn't one clear answer. So, draft day started, and my agent actually called me and was like, "Oh, Sask just called me, so just be ready because Sask might be the spot." And after that, I kind of had a feeling that Sask was going to take me. So. It was definitely shocked, and the shock lasted for quite a bit there, but I'm happy it turned out this way.
What did your brother Bo say about this? I know I'm told how tight you guys are. Was he disappointed? Happy for you? Was he allowing himself to think of being teammates with BC if that had happened? What did Bo say?
He was happy. He was extremely happy for me. We're very supportive of each other, so we always look out for each other. And he was definitely happy that my goal has finally been achieved, and he knows how much hard work I put into it. So.
No, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he hasn't given up on you guys suiting up together, though, on a team together at some point in your CFL careers. And by the way, Paul Waldo, for our viewers that don't know, 3-time Grey Cup champion, 2 times with Montreal, 1 with Saskatchewan. He's the DB coach of the U of S Huskies, and he has said that you are ready to go now to the CFL and play. How much of an influence has he been in your career, Nelson?
Huge. He's one of those coaches that you dream of having. He's a guy who's experienced so much as a player, and he's won so much as a player, and he could probably still be playing right now if he wanted to. So, it's been great having him as a coach, and I'm glad that I was able to work with him throughout my time there.
Well, you know what? Father Time is undefeated. Paul might argue whether he could play now or not, but what he's passing along is just staggering. He's got so much knowledge to pass along, and that's the kind of guy he is, as you know, giving back. Nelson, people are writing in, saying, Jordan Ewart watching on YouTube says, I miss the Riders listening to this. Well, of course, this is the kind of guy you want to watch, right, Darin? But I guess while you sit here, Nelson, and wait, what's your summer going to be like, training-wise and lifestyle-wise? What's the immediate future like for you?
Yeah, so right now it's just training, getting back to, getting back and getting ready for training camp. I guess right now it's just out here in BC training. Might make a trip back in Sask and continue my training with Joel. But that's kind of what it's been so far.
All right. Well, obviously, stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to see you suit up in green and white in the CFL. Thank you, Nelson, for the time. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nelson Lokombo, the number 2 overall pick in the 2021 CFL draft by the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And you can see where the viewers are coming from when they say that this is making the Miss CFL ball.
Oh, yeah. Want him to play.
He's the kind of player that he's exciting.
He's extremely exciting.
You've seen him up close from the sidelines.
I've been following him since he came into the program at the University of Saskatchewan. I mean, one of the most talented players I've seen come through U Sports. No joke, really. I mean, a player that a couple of years ago we're talking about could have made the transition to a CFL locker room, especially as a Canadian, and probably played, at least been on a roster. He's electrifying, but a humble guy too, right? Who puts in the work. And that's really what determines if you become a good pro or not. Talent is great. You need to have talent to get looked at, but it's the guys who put in the work that become really successful pros.
Interesting triangle there, how everything ties in that he's an Abbotsford guy, so we got all the Abbotsford people excited, the Saskatoon people are watching because he's a Husky, and of course all of the Rider Nation excited because he will be playing for them whenever the CFL emerges from the dark days that they're in right now. But the news of the day, broken by Global Television's Ian Duffy this morning, that the Saskatchewan Rush of the National Lacrosse League have been sold to the Priestner family, the Priestner Group, the owners of the Saskatoon Blades. Janelle Barkman, probably the biggest Blades fan that we know, says, are the Blades going to suffer now that the Priestners bought the Rush? And you know what she's saying. She's saying, how much energy do you have to devote to two franchises now as opposed to one? It's a good question, but I think it's only going to be stronger. I mean, I can't imagine where the CFL would be right now if the Stamps and the Red Blacks and even the Argos hadn't been purchased by huge sports conglomerates. And that's kind of what the Priestner Group's creating when you own two high-level sports franchises and they've got dough in other industry. How many car dealerships do they own?
Oh, yeah.
Like 37 or something, somebody told me. It's stability.
What do we do in there? We tell other people how to run their businesses often, right?
Do we?
Well, I mean, here's how the CFL can get back. It's fun, right? It's fun playing Monopoly with these teams and being able to envision yourself in that role. But think of the possibilities, right? For joint ticket giveaways, for season ticket holders of the Rush having Blades benefits and Blades ticket holders having Rush benefits to try and get people into both and, work together in that area. Think of opportunities to sell merchandise together, to build a real strong fabric of a sports, community in Saskatoon. I think it's awesome. So, no, I think it'll make it stronger. I really do. I don't think, I think that when you own a team, you hire great people to run the organization and, do it in key roles. I think the Rush already have a really strong staff that are operating at a high level. I think you just add to that. So I don't think it'll take away from the Blades at all.
Janelle says she agrees with that. Joseph Jones, watching on Facebook, says, what will Edmonton's new name be? I don't want to completely be that guy. Should we sit on these or not? June 1st, I'm told, is when they will be announcing the new Edmonton name.
How about that?
I don't need to be making any more enemies. So if you can sit on, a lot of people know in Edmonton. But let the team make their announcement June 1st. I guess they got their logo done, and it's beautiful. So there's that. And then somehow I just see the comment section has been hijacked, or not hijacked in a bad way, but just steered towards, did you know the Utica Comets are moving to Abbotsford in the American Hockey League?
Yeah.
I just seen that Abbotsford was getting the Canucks top affiliate. I didn't realize that was Utica moving their franchise to Abbotsford. So who wouldn't want their hockey team in their backyard instead of having to fly across the continent?
Exactly.
So a lot of movement going on in leagues that are not named NHL, NFL, MLB. Sports update coming up. We're going to face off too, don't you know?
I do.
You're watching the RP show on Game Plus TV across all 10 provinces and 31 states. Live daily on YouTube and Facebook and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Capital Ford Lincoln is your used car destination. We're overstocked and priced to move, so shop online or in-store to get the best deal on any one of our massive selection of pre-owned vehicles. Every pre-owned vehicle at Capital Ford must pass a thorough inspection, ensuring that your buying experience is quick, easy, worry-free, and just like new. So save the depreciation and buy pre-owned. Capital Ford Lincoln is your used car destination. 1201 Pasqua Street North in Regina.
Introducing Original 16 Hard Seltzer. the refreshing taste of delicious peach with vodka made in Saskatchewan. New hard seltzers from Original 16.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar Buying Group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Direct West has been the bridge for me from not dealing with social media or digital presence to having a presence. You have to take the leap of faith, so to say, and I'm glad we have. Direct West has helped us out immensely to get our presence online as far as digitally and also with the social media page. To see the results is just puts a smile on your face.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with the Rod Pedersen Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest-growing sports talk show, The Rod Pedersen Show.
Laid back and kicking it, let's head back to the studio. Here's Rod.
Welcome back, everybody. Breaking news today. Global Television broke it that the Saskatchewan Rush NLL team has been sold to the Saskatoon Blades. And now from Nelson Hakowich, our VP of Sim Events, he writes in and he says, from CTV TSN's Claire Hanna, Colin Priestner will continue to be the GM of the Blades while taking up the governor's role with the Rush. How's this all getting out there? Colin was supposed to be on this show. Can I say that? Mm-hmm. How about that? He was supposed to be with us 10 minutes ago.
How about that?
But something has held up the announcement, and supposedly now that's coming out around 1 p.m. So, and I already poured my heart out on the Urban family and how much I'll miss them as the owners of the Rush. You guys, can you throw that photo up one more time? Like, if it hits me in the feels, what do you think they're feeling like today? That they've sold the Rush after this fantastic run. 4 titles, the Patriots. That's the family right there. Bruce the dad, Cindy the mom, and Brandon the son. Professional, that is thy name? Yeah. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
That's right.
Sports update, Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Tkachuk each had a goal and 2 assists, and Calgary beat Ottawa to preserve its slim playoff hopes. Jacob Markstrom stopped 19 shots for his 19th victory. By the way, I don't assume, because neither one of those is your team. Were you watching any of that game? Michael Stone barreled across the blue line and unleashed a slap shot from the top of the, more closer to the point. It was a cannon. But nobody's stopping this. I just was watching the game and went, whoa! And I thought, we were robbed of a skills competition this year where we could have had the hardest shot.
That's right.
Who was the last guy to win the NHL's hardest shot? Do you remember?
Oh, man.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot.
But that's true because, like, we're so dialed into these things, but it's been a while and it's been so far out of the conscious. Like, you want to say Shea Weber or Zdeno Chara, one of these big, heavy, traditional shots, but I don't think that was it. Without Googling it, I don't know.
Well, it's unbelievable, by the way. I remember you weren't born yet. What do you got? Who was it? It was Weber, 106. Okay. He currently holds the record, Shea Weber. Thanks, Clark. He beat himself, he said, 106 miles an hour. But in the 80s, Al McGuinness set the record with a wooden stick.
That's right.
And he was the only guy. And now every guy can shoot 100 mile an hour, at least 90 plus. I remember sitting in Phoenix watching the Coyotes, and on the fourth liner of the Coyotes unleashed a slap shot that I couldn't see. And I'm like, even the plugs shoot 100 mile an hour in the NHL now.
It used to be that Al McGuinness or Al Iafredi would line up at the blue line for the slap shot, and everybody would just get out of the way. It'd be like the seas parting, right? Because you don't want to get in the way of a 100 mile an hour slap shot.
I think I was sitting with Biznasty. I was like, geez, is this common? Because I'm used to watching junior hockey.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that kind of a shot. Brady Leovold watching, he says, a real twig. You notice how many of these comments in hockey now come from a time that the kids wouldn't even why do they call it a twig, Dad? Because it was made from wood. Like it was snapped off a tree.
Yes.
It's not always been graphite, you know. I was talking to Dave Struce the other day, the coach of the Pats, and I said, your calling card is hardworking teams, right? That's the calling card. Who has a calling card anymore? I could have said, your Twitter bio is hardworking teams. Used to be, it was a carbon copy of that goal scored by blah, blah, blah. A what?
I know.
At the very least, you could call it a Xerox copy. All these terms that have gone...
Excuse me? Xerox?
Extinct. Yeah, a what? Yeah, what would you call a photocopy? It was a photocopy of that play 20 years ago.
Screenshot now.
A twig. There's many more terms that... You guys help me out with some of them. See, this is fun. John in North Vancouver. John O'Flynn writes it, and he's with the link. British Columbia has not approved CFL's return to play plan. Make him the 64th person that has sent us the link to the story at 3 Down that BC has not approved the CFL's return to play. It's big news, but to me, it's not huge news. Go read the article. It's Dunk saying, more than anything, last week, TSN told you exactly the opposite. That's what Dunk's saying here. Pinks says Mark Firk holds the American Hockey League record for the hardest slap shot, and it just slipped off the screen. Do you remember what it says?
No.
Martin. You're wrong, Pinkney. He says it's Martin Firk. 109.2 miles an hour, and this guy's playing in the Apple? Jeff Kibilis in Winnipeg says a fax machine. What's that? You know they still use fax machines. They're still in use in some places. Cole Schwebus turned aside 30 shots to lead the Kelowna Rockets past the Prince George Cougars 2-1 in the dub Sunday. Taylor Gauthier turned aside 23 shots for PG. Simon Kanak and Cross Hannes scored 2 goals apiece, and 5 other players found the back of the net as the Portland Winterhawks routed Tri-City 9-1 for the Ams' worst defeat of the season. And here's a great junior hockey name, dupes. Jackson Berry earned the 21-save shutout as Seattle blanked Spokane 3-0 in the team's season finale. The Thunderbirds outshot the Chiefs 58-21. Spokane's lost 3 in a row. Any hockey player whose name starts with Jackson all of a sudden becomes a legendary name.
Yeah.
Similar to the Winnipeg guys. Jackson Leopard. To me, that was the best name in the dub hub.
It was pretty
Did you
good.
have one other than that?
No, I really didn't.
Ozzy Weisblatt?
Ozzy Weisblatt was a pretty good one.
That's pretty good. Nothing touches Jackson Leopard. It's a day off for both the Toronto Blue Jays and Toronto Raptors. The Jays are 4th in the American League East and begin a 3-game set versus the Atlanta Braves Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Raps are on the brink of elimination following their latest loss. They host the Clippers in a must-win game Tuesday. This sports update for dubnetwork.ca, your number one source for Western Hockey League breaking news and analysis. Visit today, dubnetwork.ca. And for, Ben Cahoon's G2G protein bars, now with 8 amazing flavors, including my favorite, the almond coconut. See how I'm hiding them here?
You got your own stash.
Is that rude of me? RP Show viewers get 20% off with the promo code RP Show. Order yours today at g2gbar.ca. Can we take a break here, fellas? We'll be right back with a viewer takeover and a face-off, and I have no idea what we're going to face off about, so this should be good. You're watching the RP Show on Game Plus TV, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
Direct West provides us with stats and analytics, and it's amazing for us to look and see that, each year we're 10 to 20% higher on our Google leads. It's great to see the success that our locations are having. The Direct West app gives us an opportunity to be in one place for people to find any of our locations or our commodities. Without Direct West, we would have to be in multiple digital places. I would recommend Direct West. They're great to work with.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry. There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
Capital Ford Lincoln is Truck Nation. Looking to buy your next truck or sell your current one? Capital is Canada's truck destination. Shop online or in-store to see the new 2021 Ford F-150, Ranger, Escape, and more. Right now is the best time to lease or finance a new vehicle. Can't find exactly what you're looking for? Let us help by sourcing your vehicle from our dealer network or custom ordering one that is perfect for you. Capital Ford Lincoln is Truck Nation, 1201 Pasqua Street North in Regina.
Hey, Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
You got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Welcome back, everybody. We've started something. Sean in Vancouver was all excited. He's watching on Game Plus TV today, and he said that his wife, or the lady, ordered him a bunny hug for the RP show, and he was watching the show on it today. I said, send us a pic. So he did. Would you guys mind putting it up? We started something because it's on Facebook now. I put it on there, and everybody wants to know where they can buy merchandise. And our good friend Darnell from Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions put the link into that thread. It's rodpedersenshop.com. So thank you, Sean in Vancouver. As you see, he's watching the show live today on Game Plus Television with TELUS Optic TV as your cable carrier. There you go. And Bob's your uncle.
And Bob's your uncle.
Ding. The Face-Off is brought to you by the Ultimate Fan Zone Moose Jaw and the Mad Greek Restaurant. And Darren's had this devilish look in his eye regarding the Face-Off. What are we facing off? I have no idea.
Wait, I've got a Face-Off question?
You said that we had a face. You had it.
No, I didn't. But it's okay. I'll come up with something. I think we should face off honestly on the poll question today, the Hart Trophy. Because I'll make a case for both Sidney Crosby and for Austin Matthews, and because I know you're going to take McDavid, which I think it's a pretty much a slam dunk.
No, I was going to say Ryan Reeves. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking. Just because he plays for Canada's team, the Golden Knights. No, the poll question today, you love when we double up on these. The poll question today is who is the Hart winner in the for the National Hockey League this year? And Connor McDavid's running away with it. This wasn't even a contest. 71%. Austin Matthews, 12%. Crosby, 11%. And other, I believe it says 6%. It's not even a race.
No.
Let's just say Connor McDavid didn't play this year. Then it becomes a conversation.
Yeah, I'm surprised, to be honest, that the voting didn't have McDavid even higher. They look at, for Matthews, they look at 40 goals, and that was pretty outstanding. Almost to the point of 100 points. It's almost on par with scoring 40 goals in this shortened season is such a hard thing to do. But he also plays so well in the defensive zone, too, that he's become this really great two-way complete player. And the argument is that if he was gone from the Leafs, they'd still be pretty good. But if David was gone from the Oilers, it'd be they might not make the playoffs, right, without McDavid. But we forget about Sidney Crosby and what he's done in Pittsburgh now and continues to do, be one of the elite players in the National Hockey League. He's got them a division title. And we kind of wrote off Pittsburgh as being a contender or a powerhouse still, but he seems to just will that team to being good. And that's why I think we need to give Sidney Crosby a little more love in that conversation.
Well, up until 2 weeks ago, to me, it was a two-horse race between Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews. And the tipping point was when producer Clark actually said Connor McDavid is the MVP, because I know that I tend to have rose-colored glasses. His are blue. He's like Bob Baffert, the trainer for the Kentucky Derby winner, with the blue glasses. That's Clark. And when he said McDavid's the winner, oh, yeah, it's over. Right?
When the Leaf fans are starting to fall.
Thanks for putting it out there. So the Face-Off is brought to you by the Mad Greek Restaurant. Available for licensed dining, group orders, catering, delivery, and our takeout window is open. Visit themadgreekeatery.com today. And for the Ultimate Fan Zone, now just a click away. ultimatefanzone.ca, or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. It is overtime, and that's what we call the viewer takeover segment. And I'm just going through here. Andrew Nielsen writes in on Facebook. He says, Rod, thoughts on the BC Lions and BC Provincial Health not approving the health plan yet? Everybody jumped on him. Did you see all the responses to that?
That was back in our...
Yeah, they're like, so... John in Vancouver says, you are now the 65th person to bring this up. I was the 64th. Mike Blackbird in Toronto says, he's going to tell you to go back and watch. LOL. It was 0.3, because to me, this isn't even huge news. You see how it's huge news?
Yeah.
Everybody's circulating it. I've had it sent to me now 65 times today. I guess for the benefit of the people that weren't watching 2 hours ago, and you really should, because you're going to miss a lot if you're not watching the full 2 hours, this isn't news to me. What I was telling you in the break, I don't trust a lot of people anymore, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
As I was telling you with that email that I got from Bruce Urban, I'm like, there's a guy that I trust, right? You cling to those people. Because I don't trust too many people. And I watch the news extremely critically anymore. And do you know why? I'm not going too far down this road because I'm going to save it for my book. But I've seen too many leaders lie. And I've known they were lying. I saw them standing at the podium lying. And I'm like, you're lying. This isn't right. So now I don't trust people, particularly what I'm seeing in the news. And in no way, shape, or form is that saying that Dr. Bonnie Henry is a liar. I think she's an angel. She's doing what her job is, keep people safe. But on March 5th, she said by this summer, BC could be living the post-pandemic life. Less than 2 months later, like 58 days later, she says no large gatherings in BC until next winter. Like she just did a 180. But that was crickets. Nobody, I was the only guy saying, whoa. Kevin Gallant sent that to me, by the way. Here's what's going on in Vancouver, Rod. He's close with the Bedard family, of course. And you see what I'm saying, though? Nobody wants to hear the news that doesn't follow their narrative. And the CFL's narrative is that the pandemic's going to be over by the summer and we're playing. And they're basing it on the health information that they're getting and, frankly, the health information that they want to hear. So for Dunk to come out with the story, and I love him. I talked to him this morning on the phone on my way to work. It is a big scoop from him. He got a statement from the BC government. The story is not that they haven't approved the health and safety return. The story is that TSN told you exactly the opposite last week. That's what Dunk's, I think that's what he's getting at.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, they did. And like, look at, this is what's really going on. I think we have to be aware of that. Like, the league is targeting August 5th as the next kind of date. But let's look at what's really happening here. And there's no indications that we're getting close to being able to play on August 5th. Now, doesn't mean that everyone's not going to rush to the vaccine lines. We're going to get a shipment of more vaccines and we're going to get there and be able to play in August. That could happen. But be realistic to, is it actually looking promising or not? And right now, it's not at that date.
And that's why, one of the last times Dunk was on here, when they say, well, we have backup plans and backup plans built off backup plans. Well, what are they? Because if they have anything if they are anything other than a bubble, I don't want to hear about it. Because it tells me you're not playing. It's what this talking about talking. It's not a game. And I'm upset about the fact that they're misleading people. That's all. And I've seen them do it before. So that's why I'm kind of been biting my tongue on this for quite a while. I think that's it. From Craig Campbell from Newmarket, Ontario, watching. He says the Darren Burns update and the sale of the Rush are stories that would fly under the radar in Toronto. 2 more reasons to enjoy the RP show. Thanks to all for another entertaining show. So big guest tomorrow, Colin Priestner will be with us from now the Saskatchewan Rush.
That's right.
How about that? And, big day coming up tomorrow. That is it. Thanks today to Darren Burns and Nelson Lokombo and all of you people. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain and noon Eastern. Right here on Game Plus. Great job, Jordan, by the way. I love the job you did on that.